Alright, folks, welcome back. It is day 178, Duolingo Japanese. Once again, MAKU desu. Konnichiwa, minasan yokoso. So, you stopped by briefly when you were writing down about the game. It looked interesting. Oh yeah, I do the introduction, and it was kind of like legacy stuff. So, whenever I start something, I talk about the things that interest me on first impression, things that I know that are related to it, and then things that I'm looking and making predictions and stuff. That's kind of like a general idea of how I approach most things. But of course you missed the actual gameplay. You can always the videos are always there, always there. So I forgot, what do you study right now? What is your semester looking like? Alright, while you do that, I am gonna do my recall for this unit. It's day 3, so shorter day, hopefully, shorter day. The third set, this is review. So unit 40, talk about family. I got a chance to talk to the developer about the lengths that they have to go and the things that they have to consider while localizing their game, because that game is localized in Japanese and simplified Chinese. They went to a company to localize it, so that was kind of a neat bridge between the language learning and video games. And let's just say it's very expensive. You do have an ASMR voice. I may put you on in the background for the recap. You heard, sucks I missed it, like about I have an ASMR voice. I've heard that a bunch of times. I don't know. It kind of sounds whiny to me. I've always said that across my life. I don't know about that. Let's see. So, Dare. Wait. So your schoolwork. Are you able to use Japanese during your schoolwork? Simulation, game development, yeah. My current class is mobile programming 2. Okay. But you're not able you won't be able to use your target language in any of that, I imagine, right? Or are you taking electives and stuff? So, Dare. How should I organize this? Probably this way. So, Ani. Ane. Chichi. Haha. Oni-san. One-san. One-san. Oto-san. And Oka-san. Then we have Ototo. Kyodai. Kyodai put together. Becoming more and more efficient on how we diagram this out. And we have Imoto. And then together we have Shimai. No, you don't use Japanese. Have you gotten a speaking prompt yet? No, I have not. I think it's gonna be a bit. Speaking prompts don't come up for like another, like if I think about it, speaking prompts didn't come up for another 10 units after the reset in subject matter. So I don't imagine. Oh no. No. Oh, you're talking about speaking prompts like speaking prompts? Like speaking into the mic, or are you talking about listening prompts? Like the ones where you listen to the entire thing and then I don't think there are speaking prompts in the desktop Japanese version. Oh wait, they added it? Wait. Whoa. Are you telling me there was an update and there are speaking prompts? Because I've been wondering for a while now. I'm on mobile, so it might not be on. Oh no, it's not on desktop then. If you're saying that there hasn't been an update on desktop, then there hasn't. It's not on desktop. It is on mobile. Yeah. I know that Duo. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take before it reaches on desktop. But yeah, there hasn't been speaking stuff for Japanese. But that's awesome. Neat. I can't wait. I didn't try yet. I just started Lotus, so I don't know. Japanese is more of a hobby I enjoy. Maybe one day, maybe intertwined with my major job, but I didn't set off to make it my goal. Okay, fair enough. Master Lotus. He is a billionaire, and he also works in something that involves programming or like computer related things. So I don't know. And you guys are from the same area. No pressure though. No pressure though. You never know. Lotus could be. You could have caught. One day you're just like, oh hey, that guy sounds familiar. Not that we have a. Well, I do have a voice sample of him. Oh hey. Hello there, Jacob. Yeah, the studies has been going well, indeed. Oh there, Jacob. JD, it's been some time. Hopefully your life is manageable right now. Seems like you've been really busy lately. So mic input, huh? For Japanese. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. And that's understandable excuses about the hobby thing. Funny how you think I know how to socialize. One day you will. It's hopefully going to get there in a couple of months. All right, Jacob. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, right? You're doing well, right? A lot of chaos, but hoping for a nice end to the year. All right. We can all sing Kumbaya and enjoy a makeshift virtual Thanksgiving dinner, and also like celebrate the Christmas vacation and maybe do some Halloween things in the future. You know? Like virtually, you know? Usually for Halloween I'm doing Inktober, so I'll just be drawing a lot to celebrate or to engage. All right. Let me continue recalling. It's good to hear. It's good to hear that you have organized chaos in your life that's manageable. What else we got? Let's see. Right. Kodomo. I have some things I'm working on. I'll probably talk about them in the future. That's kind of exciting. It's an exciting time. So kodomo. Kazoku. Kazoku. Son of a bee stingo. So, Ryoshin. Ryoshin. Is that everything? Oh, no, it's not everything. You did finally find some Chinese music that you like, so that's been great. It's the emo rap genre, I think, so not sure if anyone else would enjoy it, but it's been lovely after only finding ballads forever. I know, right? Chinese music. I often joke about this quite a lot. Um, Jacob. Back in the day when someone said, "Oh yeah, what kind of Chinese music you listen to?" Or even before a bit of the day of the internet, and I always joke about so there are ballads, and then there are ballads with piano. You can also listen to ballads with a string instrument like a violin or a cello. There's some ballads with some soft, like soft, garage drum set. And then there's like slow ballads and slightly faster ballads. Oh, did I mention there are also remix ballads? And then there's like pop ballads. There's occasional, the backdrop tracks with ballad singing. That's kind of the Chinese music scene. I like statistically, it's very geared because of like the government thing. Like there's a lot. It's not as like crazy now because of secondary like diaspora kind of stuff where the internet has taken over. So things you find on internet may be like pop now and whatnot, like a little bit more integrated. Back in the day, like even still now, technically, a lot of like the music tends to be like the traditional or conventional music that's acceptable for like listening purposes because of the way the Chinese culture works around their government. Not still, now you can find like underground stuff and indie stuff, so that's kind of funny you mentioned that. Also you're getting a fun new grammar point in like 4 units. 4 units? Lotus, that's like 12 days from now. Lotus is almost complete with Duo Japanese. I still have like 7 months at the pace I'm going. Which I don't mind it. It's so true. Not to say that ballads are bad, but I have to be in the mood for it. Yeah, they tend to be very agreeable type of music. All the music I stumble upon is from, yep, Taiwan. That may be some influence in how it sounds more like the type of music I listen to. Yeah. So you have Taiwan, like Hong Kong, and diaspora. Lots of diaspora. Indie, underground, those things are kind of they make their way onto like the Americanized internet. When my parents listen to music, it's like, you know, Chinese programming and stuff. It's like it's a ballad or old school singing, which turns out to be a ballad, a version of a ballad, remix of old ballads. Like stories, I think that's what they're called. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten to the story things yet. The reading portion. Yeah. So you're asking Lotus about it. They're fine, not particularly challenging, not particularly, but probably the highest quality content in Duo. I think I'm curious how the story stacks up to the kanji section. I know they're like very different things, but I think the highest of quality, despite like bugs with synthetic voice and stuff, I think their organization of the kanji section is probably if I would plug anything, it'd be the kanji section. Yeah, chat is popping today. I can't do any of my work. Oh, hey, Sub-Zero. Hello there. Another slacker. I'm surrounded by slackers. Okay. Just so you know, excuses. Sub-Zero's. Wait, has your semester started, Sub-Zero? It's next week, right? That's next week, right? Sub-Zero? You still have until next week before your semester starts. Everyone's like going back to school and stuff, and I kind of miss it. Even not as a student, obviously. I still miss it, even not as a student. Like going back to work and welcome the incoming class and all that stuff. All right, let's get with the pronouns. Okay. So we have kare, karera, and kanojo. We also finally got oops, wrong direction. Anata. I think that's fine. There's also tachi. Tachi is fine. Do I remember any grammar? I feel like there might have been one or two grammar things that I kind of wanted to remember. Or like phrases. I think those are all the kanji. We're basically exclusively writing kanji now. Just the kanji characters. Because that's all we do at the moment. Alright, Unit 39. The social part has started, but not classes. Okay, so like reunion, like reorientation and all that stuff. Parties every day, pretty much. Yeah, orientation week. Orientation week is such a party time. I miss when I had school. Now I have to sneak learning in between the exhaustion of work, and it's not exciting. Yeah, understandable. Or you can become me and just like be like a bum and tell people that you don't earn money and stuff and do job and then just study all day. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. This lifestyle is not for everyone. Obviously, I am pretty exhausted, but not because of this. Take a shot for me and my sanity this semester preparing. Do about 6 to be safe. 6 shots. That's a lot. I need a much more different financial situation, but I can do what you're doing. Yeah, it's understand. Unpopular opinion, I do not miss my high school days. That's not an unpopular opinion. I don't miss my high school days. My high school days, well, okay. Real talk though, I don't miss anything in the past. So that might, coming from me, that might not mean as much about high school days. Although the high school days are very tumultuous. I gotten to the point in my life that I don't actually miss anything past. In the same way, most of the things that are in the past are still with me to this day. Like my memory is the strongest thing. So, however, my high school was pretty. My early childhood is not the greatest. By other people's standards. Your high school was fine, but that's because I just mostly played online games with my parents? Dude. Who's spoiled now? Jacob was spoiled. Like, Jacob got to play online games with his parents. What is that about? Now that is an unpopular opinion. Your parents were hardcore gamers? Yeah, my parents were not. They were hardcore workers, if anything. And they had to, so I rarely got to speak to my parents. I was so lonely in high school to the point where I genuinely just walked around school during lunch and act like you were busy. Dang. Oh my God. You know, here's my take on it, Sub-Zero. I will like spin it around. I'm curious what excuses has. For me, I tried my best to try to be invisible, but accepted, and I couldn't. So I tried walking around very, very little so that I don't draw attention to myself. Bro, same. I literally eat lunch in the library, like socializing with my peers was not for me. My teachers learned to accept it. Oh, no. You hung out with the emo drama band kids? I hung out with like anyone that is willing to give me the time of day, whether I'm the token Asian guy or not. And I found out in the long run that pretty much all of them didn't understand nor care or were culturally sensitive enough to understand my position. That's basically it. It's the life of diaspora. You hung out with your intrusive thoughts? Oh, dude, this is getting a little tough. This is getting a little... I'm starting to wonder if you guys are you guys okay? I feel like there's some emotional damage on Excuses side. You hung out with Tumblr kids and that one guy who went on 4chan? Okay. Man loaded. You guys, all three of you have remarkably different childhoods. I kind of like it. One day we should have like a roundtable talk comparing like our experiences, because like holy heck, there's some stories to unpack here. My stories are obviously racism, discrimination, bullying, being gifted, having social anxiety and manic disorder, being chronically depressed, and then at the same time skirting cultural lines to be stoic about all my problems, so you bottle it all in, that type of thing, right? I'm sure you probably heard some of this before if you ever like hear conversations about like the struggle or the things that people have to go through when they're different from their social environment, that kind of thing. And maybe like the rags to riches story, maybe the American dream, throw in some American dream and then some Asian stereotypes, and you got it. pretty much second gen Asian American stock things. You were honestly cool with being alone, TBH. I just didn't like attention being drawn toward it. Didn't mind being alone, but I didn't want other people to know I was alone. Oh, okay. I wanted to be invisible. That's not the same as being alone. I wanted to be with people, but not visible because I was very visible. So, as someone who visibly looks different, act different, probably culturally not aware that what happens at home is very different from what happens in school, I was very visible. I wanted to be with people and hence invisible, as in one of them. So instead, I put on many masks. I played the role like 5 to 7 things. I am like, I joined a bunch of clubs. I played in an orchestra. I tried to be good at sports, sort of. I played video games. I hung out with other people who are depressed. Like, there were lots of things. I tried lots of things. The idea was to be not noticed as someone different, right? Regrettably, it would be very naive to expect that at that age, maturity comes quick. It does not. So it was after I left high school. And that's just how the dice rolls. That sounds tough. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, having crippling chronic depression makes everything else in life quite trivial in relative speak. So if you survive that, you kind of survive everything else afterwards. You got lucky that I never really had any issues with anyone, never got into any fights, never picked on anyone. Anyone seemed to like you for some reason. I had the makings to be someone who got picked on, right? Positive gay, fat kid, but it never happened to me. Oh, interesting. That's great. I'll tell you the flip side of the thing. My first 18 years of life really substantially trivializes everything else that came after. In that regards, in those things, like socializing with people, wearing masks, being professional, being agreeable, dealing with emotional anxiety, dealing with anger management, all those came at an early age. And then afterwards, reinvention, with one big exception. Then came the burnout. So all of that happened in the next like 11 years. So the other third of my life, I learned how to successfully live after a burnout. So after all that, this is why I'm here. I think even though I'm 37, I think I might have experienced things that easily place me intellectually, like conservatively, like emotionally, and wise, probably a lot older, shifted a lot older, maybe like 40 to 50. So naturally, it's a interesting place to be in form of mindsets. I tell you, uni is so much easier. I'm going into my 5th year now, and so many people have started fresh and don't have their OG friend group anymore. Naturally, it seems like people in uni either don't care about socializing with new people or they're craving it. I could see that. I prefer uni over high school. That's largely because university has a strong enough pre-selection for open-mindedness. It will generally speaking, it is very unlikely that your high school is is more like diverse in mindset than as you grow older in university. So usually that's kind of how like the likelihood how that comes about. I don't have the experience of uni physically. Oh, you're an online child. We need to talk about this a little bit like more often in the future. I love these discussions. It's obviously it's not a competition, nor is it like what's right or wrong. The idea is all of these things have already happened, so we can talk about them because they already happened. What we choose to do about it, that's a interesting discussion. I obviously chose to use it as something that I can help, maybe try help people with. As I had some happy times. I had a lot more troubled times, and those troubled times make for very applicable experiences to people who are struggling with things or with adversity. Definitely like that in my experience. Even you're not a super outgoing person, people kind of just cling on to you regardless because they're lonely as well. In high school, people don't give because they already have an established group. They don't. Yeah, because we have to remember that they're still establishing their identity. Most people at that age, right? They're still working on establishing their identity, and once it's established, it takes a while to start branching out after they start working on that. I want to be honest, I just want to have that drunk, hungover uni experience. All right, real talk. Excuses. Sub-Zero. No, I was gonna make a joke, but if you go to graduate school and get a PhD, you can still enjoy that drunk, hungover uni experience in graduate school. I'm more than well acquainted with. I know this is gonna sound a little bit dark, but I'm more than acquainted with colleagues who prefer spending their evenings under a bottle versus doing what I would do, which is basically do even more work. Like if I could describe what I do, I'm that guy that only goes home to sleep and then go back to work. That's me. And that weird guy when you walk into a lab and the motion sensor cut out the lights, and then you walk in and I'm still like at my desk in front of my computer, but the motion sensor is off. Like I didn't move from that position, so like all the lights are automatic, right? And then someone comes in and is like, "Wait, why are you doing here?" It's like, "Well, I'm still working. I'm awake, so I could get some work done." Right? You almost died thanks to the drunk hungover uni experience once. Oh no, I'm glad you're alive, Jacob. It was definitely way more fun when starting fresh on my bachelor's than on master's. People are burnt out now, including me. Yeah. Not all that great, though I suppose it depends on any type of drunk on the type of drunk you are. I'm very much a confess all my feelings and love everyone type of drunk, not in the physical way. I just tell everyone how much I love them. For me, I have like a social drink before, and usually I fall asleep most of the time. I get really tired. I mean, alcohol is a depressant. I'm accurately I'm accurately depressed by alcohol. I find a couch and I sit there and I go to bed. That's why you have to chase vodka with Red Bull. Oh boy. Yeah, I get really tired. I just sleep. I either sleep or eat. It's probably like drink, eat, then sleep. Can't even have two bears nowadays without feeling sleepy. Yeah, sleep. All right. Unit 39. What was Unit 39? Hmm. I'll let you guys continue your chatter. I'm totally gonna eavesdrop though. Osaka. Osaka. Oh, tell me your partner's full name isn't Kenta. Jacob. I know you mentioned Ken, but is it short for Kenta? Because they ended up using Kenta for the kanji. Okay, okay. Yeah, they swapped over from Ken to Kenta for the kanji. And they kept Naomi though. Naomi is still there. Wait, what's happening here? Can you even handle coffee at this? Wait. Old people can even handle coffee at this point. I do flips when I drink coffee at this point. My husband and I rarely drink nowadays though. We drank quite a bit when we lived in Japan, but now it's like a beer sometimes or champagne when we celebrate. Yeah. I'm not even old. I'm 24. Oh, you're practically yeah. Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's only 24. Yeah, I don't know. I still tell Sub-Zero that I see a kid when I talk to him. I don't think they'll have his full name. I don't think it's super common. Oh, okay. Yeah. You and actually, excuses. Aren't you like you're not that far from Sub-Zero? Am I the oldest one here? I'm probably the oldest one here. I don't know if Blair is older than me. I'm Blair might be either around me or a little bit older. Yep, you're still the spring chicken. Yeah, you're still the spring chicken, huh? You're the second oldest. Yeah. We can see like some generation differences, slight like differences even when growing up in the same country as well. You're 22 going on 50 these days. Going on 50 these days. Not as young as I was. 22. What was I doing when I was 22? Oh, I was finishing. I was transitioning to my first government job. Laboratory government job. 23 is when your knee cracks and you sleep wrong and break your back. Oh no. Wait. Shady. That sounded so awfully specific. Are you suggesting to me that happened to you? You already hit the... Oh my gosh. My knee kind of cracks. Sometimes. I don't know about the back thing. The back thing is okay. My knees are fine, but have a habit of waking up with a sore back or neck. I see. It's a personal experience. Okay. So we have counters. I like these little chatters. It kind of loosens me up on my memory. So it makes me relax that I don't like... I can grab my memory a little bit better. So we have tsu, sai, and ko. Yeah, so those are our 3 counters. It's about talking about yourself. I also have... Speaking of school, yeah, see, we talk about school a lot. Oh, that's... Speaking of school, let's all have our kanji for all the school stuff in this chapter, in this unit. So yeah, shogaku and shogakuse, right? Anyway, chugaku and chugakuse. Daigaku and daigakuse. I see chat moving. Oops. No one will ever notice. Ryugaku and yugakuse. I know, I skipped koukose. Because it's different. So, koukose. Like, koukou and koukose. That's a beautiful... It's also a counter in Chinese. Yeah, it's the ge. Yeah. Ge. How's your Chinese going, Jacob? Wait, you might have already encountered that in Duolingo. Yeah, I'm at like 450 characters now in Chinese, so we're getting up there. We're getting up there. I think maybe 500 to 600 vocabulary words, something like that. Once you start calling people nephew, you've really aged. Nah, I call everyone kid. That's when you know you're Oji-san. That when you become Oji-san, someone comes up to you and is like, dude, I'm 26 years old. Why are you calling me a kid? It's like, I'm sorry, I just call everyone a kid. hopefully that's okay. And the person will respond like, but I'm not immature and stuff. No, I want to be a kid still. Like it's like when I see youthful passion and smiling faces and stuff and people saying the darndest things, I call them kid. You guys say really funny things that remind me of how young people are still spry and full of life. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, emotionally a kid. I think nephew is a culture thing. We say cousin, not nephew, but cousin. But it's the same thing. Like a nephew is a cousin, or not, or like it's that distance, that same distance. Like a cousin could be 2 removed as well. So cousin, or brother, or sister. If you're talking about a culture thing, like in Chinese, you call people brother, auntie, uncle, whoever that's not related to you, that's like 2 removed. Like a friend of a friend is like an auntie or an uncle. And then niece and nephew, that's a English translation. You kind of say cousin most of the time, as opposed to niece and nephew. But cousin just means niece and nephew anyways. Like what I mean is the word can be both male or female. So if you're saying cousin, you could be referring it's weird. But you're probably getting the whole cultural thing from like I don't know, Uncle Roger or something. Where like niece and nephew, welcome, it's auntie, you know, auntie something, uncle something. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Chinese thing though. I'm not sure about Japanese. I'm not sure if Japanese people go around doing that. But Chinese people certainly do. At least my personal experience. I strive to be, but I'm more of an American when it comes to that. So I call people kid. You know, like Gran Torino. Like if you ever watch if you ever hear Clint Eastwood, the first word that probably comes out of his mouth is "You done good, kid," or something like that. Anything with kid. Also, you're on your second jar of Nutella. I solely blame you for your emotional attachment. Nah, Nutella is awesome. Just make sure, you know, moderation. Moderation, excuses. My Chinese is coming along alright. Mostly just doing things bit by bit. Still progressing through Duolingo. Noticing I can notice more and more in songs and TV shows, which is cool. Awesome. It's also sounding less like a blur of sounds and more like a coherent language, which is a great breaking point to you. Yeah. Yeah. I remember feeling like an uncle when I went to a karate course at 14 with a bunch of 8-year-old kids. They would literally call me old. Oh, I feel that. I noticed that Hispanic people tend to call boss. Yes. Yep. Jefe. Jefe. My father gets called Jefe all the time back in the day. And then there's a Indian version and also Italian version. Although my parents like say amigo a lot. Yeah, that's like I'm not sure if that's culturally, like politically correct nowadays, but amigo is what they would say back instead of jefe. Like when my father keeps being called jefe, he calls them that amigo. That's the word that he acquired. No idea if it's cultural thing. I think it's fairly consistent, at least in my area. No, not Uncle Roger. In African American culture, uncle and nephew is said a lot too. Oh, okay. I see. And instead of bro, interesting. Instead of bro or brother. Oh, okay. Japanese people, I think, would just use aunt and uncle or grandma and grandpa to refer to someone they don't know based on their age. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. That's very much like I think that's very associated with also Chinese. Chinese is the same way. But they have to also look Asian. So if you know what I mean. So they would say friend. My father would say friend if the person isn't Asian. And that's, you know, that's a cultural thing. Just gotta understand that. Right. They would say like partner or friend instead. But if it's like some random stranger in Chinatown and they met up and shared a meal together, the next thing they are is they're my uncle. That's it. Like immediately my parents would say, "Oh yeah, we met your uncle. We met Uncle someone the other day." And I'm like, "Who?" Like, "Oh, you know, some." I refer to MAKU as Bre. Yo, Bre, what's cracking? Please. Bruh. Bre. Ugh. Okay, alright, folks. Alright, niece and nephews. Sub-Zero is specifically a kid, though. Excuses is a, what would I call... excuses is a juvenile, you know? A juvenile. A hooligan, you know? Excuses is a hooligan. Sub-Zero is a kid. And Jacob's bruh. No, listen. He's a hooligan, all right? Excuses is a hooligan, okay? You're just a kid. I'm used to the keyboard shortcut that Hanzahiro uses, and I keep expecting Wanikani to have the same shortcut, and it doesn't, and it makes me sound... Allergen? A hooligan. Listen. This is how you graduate. You know? You graduate from a spring chicken. No. I think a spring chicken is actually higher than a hooligan, but you're a hooligan. You know? Hooligan. Halogen. That's hilarious. Halogen. Halogen. Alright. Okay. Uh, you're more of a neon. uh, that's a haha joke for you. That's a haha joke. More of a neon. I can never English correctly. I know, right? With those two T's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuses. Do you have sticky keys? I have a couple keys that double actuate. So, if you ever see me type very quickly, there are a couple keys on my keyboard that double actuates now. They're very specific keys, like the comma and the period. All right, all right. I think we're okay. We're good. I think this is good. And this is all we're responsible. Oh no, we're not. This is we got more. Um, wait a minute. Yes. Uh, speaking of relevance, yeah, we have Gaikoku. Gaikoku and Gaikokujin. Right, Gaikokujin. And then that's it. No, that's not it. Just kidding. I keep thinking of more things. How big was this unit? There's Mosu. And I remember some Ayaya as well. So desu yo ne. So desu yo ne. So desu yo ne. And heckin what was it? It's this one's so thick. I know how that sounds. Don't at me. I gotta make it as flat as possible. Okay. Because it's stacked. Chikai or chikao. Chikai or chikao. It's a the opposite. Is there anything else? I think we're good. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good review. Yeah, we can just look if we covered most of the stuff. Wait, I actually feel like there's another. No, we're good. We're finally done with our recall. We still have time. I started. Oh yeah, this was from yesterday. Sorry, I always jump scare myself because the plugin saves without wiping. So this is what I did yesterday on the review at the end of the Chinese thing. Okay, all right. So let's look at kanji. So we're not including the numbers because the numbers like the numbers. So we have Sai, Osaka, Gaikoku, Gaikokujin, Ryu, Ryugaku, and Ryugakusei. Right. Okay. Enta, Naomi, and our counter for Ko. So Maku ever writes, he's not being passive aggressive. It's just the keyboard's fault. Yeah. Actually, that's a funny thing. I use ellipses with a space, but also the reason why my period double actuates is because I use ellipses like that. Yeah, I do this a lot at the end of things for transitional points. So, most of the time I do ellipses because of there are too many things in between. So something like I like water ... but Aquaman is cool. That kind of thing. So I do this a lot. The example is that there's a leap of logic here. So I use ellipses a lot for a leap of logic. Because it takes too long to type everything out. That's such an uncle thing to do, not gonna lie. What do you mean that's such an uncle? I don't understand. I don't understand how this works. What does unk mean? Like, I don't understand. What? now I'm not so sure what comes with the unk criteria. So we have chugaku, chugakusei, shogaku, and shogakusei, and koko, and kokosei, right? And then these are all numbers. So, or numbers and then nan, which we're not going over, because that's part of everything. And then what do we have? Kare, dare, ane. We need to combine this. Oh, we have darera and hanojo. Kodomo, imoto, ototo, and then shimai, and we have ani and kyodai, kazoku, and ryoshin. Unk is what young people call oldies, but it's gotten to the point where people call 20-year-olds now. Man, I've never been called unk before. I've been called a gunkle before. What the gunkle? But that was by your nephew. Okay, so your actual nephew. A gunkle? Oh, hello there, Blair. Hello there. How are you? Ohio. Speaking of, now we got more. Oh, gay gunkle. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Jacob, you're on mobile making dinner. I see. A couple more years and you'll get the unk status. Okay. All right, let's get to our lessons before I get sidetracked even more.
硬い肉でした。
硬い肉でした. What the heck? All right. Oh, wait. Oh. We need my animation and ding. Okay.
硬い肉でした。
硬い肉でした. I don't know. That's sussy. I'm just telling you guys that sentence after what we just discussed, that's a little sussy. Just a little sussy, but that's not what. Don't mistake in it. It's fine. A couple of years, your other foot will be in the grave. Oh, behave yourself.
そろそろ着きます。
そろそろ着きます。着きます? Oh, 着きます。そろそろ。2番、2番ホーム。2番ホームに会いましょう。もうすぐ駅で、no. Oh, wait. Oh, yes.
にで
No, what? Oh. We should meet. Oh, yeah, that's an action. My bad. Yeah, that's an action. It's the act of meeting there. That's fine. But this one doesn't work because it's arriving at a location. Let's see. The kitties say hello. People now saying that games like Pokemon XY are nostalgia is making you feel old though. Talking about Pokemon makes me feel old. People still talk about Pokemon. I'm just kidding. Oh, hello kitties. Hello, back to your kitties. Naomi-san wa mosuku eki ni tsukimasu.
いい会社を紹介します。
You were in your last year of high school when those came out? Last year of high school. Oh man. I think so that means that makes Blair older than me, I think. Pokemon came out when I was 13, so right in between middle school and elementary school. If we're talking about the first Pokemon. Oh, you're talking about Pokemon X and Y. Oh, then I'm older. If you're talking about Pokemon X and Y. Oh, okay. Because if Pokemon, if you know, from my earlier, if you're talking about my earlier comment about Pokemon, like talking about Pokemon, then you would be older. I was playing Pokemon when I was 13, but I don't know when X and Y came out. Wait, which one is X and Y? That's probably when I was in college. I was in college when X and Y came out, right? I want to say 2000 and so 2013. Oh, dang. I wasn't even in college anymore. Holy. Okay, Blair is very young. 2013? Oh, yeah, that's... Nah, I'm the oldest. Yeah, no. I got... That's... Wow. Yeah. I actually think there's a chance Jacob is number 2. You were 7 when you first played Pokemon? Oh, that's cute. Oh, what a perfect time. You basically was old enough and age appropriate enough to enjoy Pokemon when it first came out. Nah, here we're making fun of the little kiddos. So here it's the reverse. If you're in the like the Unk club and stuff, you make fun of the little kids. Like excuses in Sub-Zero. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, here we're doing the role reversal. we're taking jab at young culture. Okay, you can be young when you want, and you can be old when you want. If we lump in Sub-Zero and excuses together, then Sub-Zero is just gonna bite us later. In case you missed it, we have discussed the unk status being okay, mid-20s. Yeah, all right, fair enough. You did say that. いい会社、oh yeah, 紹介します. Introduce you. I'll introduce. いい会社を紹介します. 新しい仕事を紹介します.
必ず彼女と別れます。
Alright, 彼女と別れます. 必ず oh, okay. What? What? Wow, that's kind of vicious. 必ず彼女と変わります. わかります. So わかります. 必ず彼女とわかります. I have surpassed Unk status. Lord, give me strength to strike this demon. Listen, you need to settle down. これ、それなら日本語頑張っていいよ. No, wait. No, actually, what is that? Motteいい. Wait, mo? Is it mo or ma? Matteいいよ. Oh, that's gao? That's gao. Oh, it is. It is. Sorry. Yeah, gao. So, how do you conjugate that into that tense? For gao. So it's just gao deyo. Does that just contain? No. It's like ska deyo. Yeah, ska deyo. So what did you actually say? それなら Sorenara. I don't know what sorenara is. Or is it sore? And then you placed. I was responding saying they couldn't English, so I said if that's the case, you can use Japanese. Oh, okay. If that's the case, それなら Hongo Namaste. Uh-oh. I forgot. You and Lotus can probably have conversations in Japanese all day long if you guys want it, and we would have no idea what you're talking about. Or wouldn't have any idea. それなら if that okay. If it is that. Okay. Okay to you. Oh, that's where the E yo comes. Or E. I can only pick out the words, the words in isolation. I couldn't really infer if it is that without the rest. 彼氏とわかります。多分アプリで新しい彼氏を探します。
で、
多分彼氏とわかります。
彼氏、
いつ高校を卒業しましたか？
いつ高校卒業しましたか？ No. No. Yeah, 卒業しましたか？卒。高校。It's that thing where pesky grammar sneaks in and ruins it. I can read every word, I know what they are all say, but WT heck does the sentence mean? Wait, which sentence? The sentence that I was doing? Or are you talking about something else? Or are you talking about English? Because yes, me, English slip hard. 英語は難しいです。とても難しいです。Nah, just when trying to break down a sentence like what I wrote without knowing what the grammar was, doing it can be hard to make that last jump to what it means. Yeah, understandable. Understand. Yeah, that's pretty much what my feels are. Orekara got me. I knew, yeah. Like, I didn't even know the reads, but I knew what it meant. Like, what I mean is, I didn't even read it correctly, but I already know what it meant. If you know what I mean. Like, it's gotten to the point where, even if I read it incorrectly, I know what the meaning is. And sometimes, even if I write it correctly, I sometimes don't know what it said, like how to say it. And then sometimes I hear it, but I can't write it. You're like, when you say something, if you guys were talking to me, I'm like, oh, well, okay. And then someone asks, like, do you know what that looks like? I'm like, give me a minute. and it's largely because I always interact with you guys, X, as opposed to like listen. I can tell you it's sore and kara. Well, they use nara. Excuses as being a butthead because I read sore nara, but excuses changed it to sore kara. You've only learned kara means from, like, yeah, sore kara, yeah. As in a range, kara and made. Kara to made. Like, okay. Excellent. Rokuchi kara 10時まで勉強しました。それから is also a thing. Yes. それから we learned. Yeah, from that, or with that, or after that, yeah. それから is already, and nada is a generic if. Okay. For if, I didn't get if yet. Maybe that's the thing I learned in 4 units. Because Lotus always like tease me about like, oh, you're gonna get a useful grammar thing in 4 units, and there's a chance it's like compound conjunctions and stuff. The only thing I got are like demo, toki, node. Those are the closest things. That's it. Yeah, for like conditionals or like turn of phrases, like reflexive combining two ideas. Ringo nara tabemasu. If it's an apple, I'll eat. Yeah. Okay. I enjoy having learned non-adjectives this last unit. Very nice, very nice. You then did you find it interesting, Blair, that they avoided every opportunity to use the adjectives, the non-adjectives, without revealing that they're non-adjectives? So then when you learn the non-adjectives, you realize that you already have a bunch of non-adjectives. They just don't show up. They chose a lot of e ending non-adjectives, like kirei, and nikiyaka, or like oshare. Oh, that doesn't end with a na, but that doesn't end with an e. But there are ones like kirei is probably the one. Steaky is another one, right? Oh yeah, Yumi. Yeah. Ninki. Oh yeah, Ninki is one too. Yeah, Steaky. Yeah, Steaky is the other. I gotta mark this in my grammar dictionary book if it's in there. I like the if thing. I'll remember it. Nada. Kirei, Steaky. Genki. Oh yeah. Genki. Yume. Yeah, Yume. And Bendy. Oh yeah, that's right. Bendy. Yeah, Bendy is there too. That's a good one. Bendy. Can I think of any others? Nope. I think all the other ones are E adjectives. Proper E adjectives. Yeah. Fun. Very fun. And then there are non-E adjective, like non-E but non-adjective things, so. Nikiyaka. No, not Nikiyaka. What did I say? Oshare. Oshare is one. That non-E, obvious non-adjective. I graduated high school last month.
先月、
先月、高校、卒業しました。
しました。
卒業しました。
後でメッセージを送ります。
後でメッセージを送ります。OK。後で。Oh, yeah, and we have these. Some people say like this is the meme. This is the duo meme right here. There's so many memes surrounding this. Although I think about it and my thoughts are sometimes I'm curious if people actually remember this. Like what I mean is, yeah, if you can see it, yeah, that makes sense, right? But if you don't see it, do you remember it? Because I honestly would have a tougher time saying like I would get it right away.
メッセージを送ります。
Anyways. メッセージ。Okay.
すみません。遅れます。
Okay. すみません。遅れます。遅れます。I'll be late. Wait a minute. Wait, I think I might have gotten two of them mixed up. Hold up. Right, right. Yeah. Yeah. They decide to use okureru and okuru, right? Yeah, and okuru just to be a little bit tricky. You learned yesterday that when it has the Japanese and you have to put in the English word, you can type the English and I'll automatically put the file there for you. Yeah, yeah. You can use tab oriented tapping. Yeah, tab oriented tapping. Typing, sorry. Tab oriented typing. It'll do fuzzy matching. Yeah, tab oriented tapping. Typing. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah. Yeah, tab oriented typing. Sorry. Is that like a record? So kind of like when you're doing like a command line, right? Like a command line. Oh, when you're hearing I picture. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's kind of tab oriented, sorry. When I mentioned I know I'm being a little esoteric here. But what I mean is like when you do tabs, right? Tab oriented, it means it cycles through possibilities. So since you type something, if there's only one possibility, it'll pull that possibility. But if it's not, then you continue to type in until it matches the thing, or you cycle through them, right? So that's what I meant. But it was esoteric. No, it's just my thing. Like I don't think people actually say it that way. Have you ever like for example in like the command line when you go into like a directory, right? When you go into a directory and then you're like, oh, I don't know what the folders are in the directory. So you would start with like one letter and then you hit tab and it'll probably pull up whatever starts with S first. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, that's not quite right. Let's put like SAD and then tab it again. And that's kind of what I mean by they are like reverse engineering it. So their input is like the reverse engineer of it, where you just keep tapping into it, it pulls up something. And if it doesn't, you hit enter. So like there's one where like maybe you're saying like I don't know, like want and like wants and want. You have to type all of this and then you have to enter. You have to hit enter to select this one and not this one. And sometimes it can get you into trouble. So, but it is fun. It is fun. You do that all the time? Yeah, I do that all the time too. Honestly, it's kind of like I don't know if you can do it on smartphones. You know how people do the little like swirly thing and then they're just like, or some people like hit 3 buttons, hit the first match. Like I don't know how they do that really quickly, but it's kind of like that too, where you hit like a 3 you know, like a big word and then you hit like tap 3 things and you tap the first match and then tap 3 things, you hit the first match. So you get to a point where like the smartphone knows the frequency of your matching words. So when you're tapping, you only tap like 2 of the letters and then you tap the first match because of frequency. That's kind of how I feel about. Oh, you do that with Japanese input. Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, like on your smartphone. Oh. I haven't tapped anything in smartphone. I saw someone demonstrate it. I saw how someone demonstrated it where you like a different thing where like you hold down something, then you swipe it to the right. And it was a really interesting thing. I know it might not be the same thing, but I saw this really interesting way of inputting like Japanese. as opposed to like using Nomaji and using a QWERTY keyboard. Use QWERTY keyboard at first and then saw how fast my husband input text on his phone. I was like, teach me. Ah, man, I should do that sometime. I want to know. I want to know. It's kind of like watching a stenographer. You know what I mean? Like I get mesmerized by watching a stenographer enter text. I'm like, how do you do that? I want to learn how to do that. Okay, moving right along. We're getting lots of things done today.
すみません
Nani? 寝坊しました Okay. Oh.
すみません
That actually works. すみません。すみません。寝坊しました。そして、no. 仕事を送ります。遅れます。仕事を遅れます。The real reason I stopped hanging out, I'm amazing at derailing all productivity. Nah, loaded. We got plenty of people derailing all the time. Join. You know, when we're derailing all the time, real talk though, if we're derailing all the time, what's another derailer, you know? Lotus does this thing where he just instantly ghosts me because he's like, nah, I can't say anymore or else it's gonna result in another 3-hour digression. Like Lotus is really good at that. He would say like, well, yeet. You can see that he just evaporated. He vanished. He just drops out. Excuses kinda does that too. Sub-Zero does it too now. It's just Blair now. now Blair is holding up the banner. Just be. I know you're here. What I mean is, you know.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Oh, I couldn't cancel Get More with Soup. But you know what I mean. I mean, like, you guys are here, but you do the whole ghosting thing. Like, you know, like, I'm invisible. It's like, oh yeah, now I'm like getting things done. Then I usually die when I'm at work and we switch Japanese. We switch Chinese. Chinese. Yeah, true.
私たちはコンビニの前にいます。
Yeah, true. 私たちはコンビニの前にいます. Wow, some of these older sentences are pretty nice now. Yeah, 私たちはコンビニの前にいます. Okay. Real talk. One talk. How many times have you ever heard someone say convenient store instead of convenience store? I'm just saying. It just dawned on me that sometimes there's a chance I might have been saying convenience store as opposed to convenience store. I don't know if you guys heard the difference. Like a convenient store as opposed to a convenience store. You've only ever heard convenience store from people? Man, I'm just thinking like, man, because the sentiments is still the same if you think what I mean, if you know what I mean. Like that's what I'm thinking of. Like it's a convenience store. If you don't like, do you actually hear the convenience or the convenient, right? It just cuts off there, like convenience store. There's no like T or CE anymore. I'm not productive this time though. I'm playing some good old COD zombies in the background. Sub-Zero, if there was anything that makes me want to downgrade you from a kid to a hooligan, you have done it. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Now you're just now you're just trying to be like excuse. I also refuse to call a kombini a convenience store for some reason. In my head, there are two separate types of places. I think so too. And I think depato is also different. I also tend to refer to convenience stores in the US as like a corner shop or gas station. Yeah. Although, okay, hear me out here. Hear me out, Jacob. I grew up around like an immigrant centric place, and those are quickie marks. Like the corner stores I call are quickie marts. And you'll probably know that that's kind of a probably guess why that's the case too. I'm not sure how much people use that term anymore. But convenience stores are quickie marts. It's like Kleenex being used to refer to all tissues. Yeah, a quickie mart. It's like going to Japan and thinking 7-Eleven is the only convenience store. Like, oh, where are you going, 7-Eleven? Yeah, and gas station, sheets. That's generally what people will say, even though you're dropping in at a Shell or like a BP place or a Sonoco or Sonoco. Is that how they go with it? Sonoco. And they just say sheets. You want to go to 7-Eleven? Oh yeah, and you have Buc-ee's. Yeah, that's right. You have Buc-ee's, Blair. Texan. Buc-ee's. I hear a lot. Buc-ee's is very viral. 7-Eleven was awesome. Always preferred Family Mart. Yeah, Family Mart is the other one. Oh, and Lawson. Yeah, Lawson. Yeah. I've watched too much like Japanese like slice of life. What I mean is like vlogs and stuff. Too many. It's almost like when I go there, it's like, oh hey, there's a Lawson. Oh hey, there's a Family Mart. Like I can just picture myself stopping at a hotel, say, hey, you want to like, if I had like family and stuff, let's just go down to, let's go find a neighboring Family Mart. Slice of life. Vlogs give you that lots of slice of life along with anime and all that. So many things. Okay. 私たちコンビニの Okay. I don't know if Japan has a lot of department stores the way department stores are here. Jacob can comment on that for sure. Like, I'm not sure even depato is the same here, or at least for me. It's hard for me to imagine that type of thing in Japan, actually. I almost feel like kombini are depato in the US, and depato is something else entirely. Like kombini is almost closer to a depato.
Doko?
Because I'm thinking of department store, I'm thinking like Walmart. How often do you have those things? Like, often in the Japan, I doubt it. See, I think Japanese department stores, and it's those huge multi-floor one. Oh yeah. Those are what I think about too. Yeah, like Don Quixote. Yeah, that would be what I imagine too. Or like in a shopping mall or something like really tall. Like something in a touristy place. Very touristy place.
Doko? どこ
どこにい
に
ますか？
か。
北口にパン屋はありますか？
北口にパン屋はありますか？だから北口にパン屋はありますか？ Okay. Awfully specific, but you know. Mr. Max. Us ones, I think just like Sears or JCPenney, yeah. Or Kohl's. Technically, Target and Walmart are department stores, but they're more like super centers. But yeah, department stores have to have departments. It is how I know how that sounds. It's like, well, yeah, it's a department store. It should have departments in it. So departments being like, it's segregated by departments, right? There'll be food, clothing, stuff, and segregated. You have appliances, and then you have stationery in another place, and like video games in another place, televisions, and then suddenly you're like grabbing frozen food aisle, and then dairy and department. Walmart, yeah, Walmart has departments. The Mr. Max I used to go to. Okay, hold up. Let me click on this here. Oh, yeah, that's a department store. They even have the characteristic non-tiled ceiling. You see what I mean? Like even the ceiling screams department store. I guess that's universal everywhere, huh? You have that classical like open ceiling where it looks like a warehouse, a repurposed warehouse. You never think of Walmart as a department store? I see. What do you think Walmart as actually? What would you use the word? Do you use like Walmart like I use Quickie Mart? You think of Walmart as a Walmart? So when you like look at Costco, you think of it as a Walmart or a Costco. Yeah, oh. This is neat. Real talk though. It really do be just looking like an Asian mart. Which I mean it is. When I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of what y'all Yajo, you know, Yajo. What word would I use? Shangchang. Yajo Shangchang. An Asian mart. Yajo Shangchang. Watashi tachi wa wait, what is this? Oh, Higashi. Oh my gosh, Higashikuchi. No. I'm having trouble reading hiragana now. Higashikuchi ni imasu. Higashikuchi no panya de aimashou ka?
ストローは大丈夫です。
You need to stop looking at the map of where you live. It's making you sad. Oh. Nostalgia does strike hard. It's a bittersweet thing. I would love that I could live over there again. It was so nice. That's kind of telling me the place you're living now is not so nice. Or is it? Is the grass truly always greener on the other side? ストローは大丈夫です。Okay. It's fine here. It's just a different lifestyle, I see. How? Yeah, I guess you have like... Yeah, you actually have less time overseas than here, right? Jacob? how does your life is broken up? Like, is it more here still, like in the United States, than it is over in Japan? Over there, I would ride my bike to the store to get groceries, or to a park to hang out, or to a local bakery to get some snacks to eat, or to a mountain to hike. In America, you just do everything in a car. I can see that. I can see that. I don't live in such a place. So, you do have to drive to those things, for sure. But my life has been around where, I used to ride bikes but that was more in the city. So, I used to ride bikes. Actually, I get the groceries on the way home, but sometimes I just get the grocery delivered to my place. And then you walk to the park, largely because riding can be a little treacherous in the city sometimes. Yeah, you haven't been back to Japan yet since I moved back to the US. I see. My husband went back for a couple of months at the start of this year, though. Oh, that's nice. Glad your husband is able to do so. Next year, solid. I might be going to Japan next year, probably, tentatively.
僕
What is Boku here?
レジ袋
レジ袋は大丈夫です。
は大丈夫です。
大丈夫です。
はい、どうぞ。
Japan stream? I wish. Okay, hear me out here. I'll do it if by the time I get to Japan or do a Japan trip, it becomes a whole ordeal, right? I'll do it then. I do have funds and investment in which I am able to do to some extent. However, we'll see. Because I kind of want to do it. I can see myself doing something like that with a host in mind. So like what I mean is I want to professionally connect with some sort of host. So then we can do it properly. Like I like being educated while doing that. So there are chances, there are things in the works that would provide me the opportunity to not have to juggle and maintain like cultural and correctness with proper organization, like organization and arrangements made to allow something like that to happen. Because I personally love to be more professional about it if I am to do that, especially in a country that I'm not familiar, like a country with certain things that I'm not. One thing awkward for me is when my friends ask me what they should do on tourist trips to Japan, and since I just live there and never did any tourist stuff, I have no idea what I skip. You're like, yeah, just rent a place and live a daily life. I've always wanted to host someone. So back in my day, like in college and stuff, I've known a bunch of older people, like professors and stuff, who are academic hosts, and they would like host foreign exchange students, right? So, like in the reverse situation, I have always wanted to be like someone who had the capacity to like put my name somewhere. Like I would obviously need to buy a house and whatnot, but I would love to have I would be a person who would absorb the cost of hosting, just like in Japan, quite a lot of times Japan hosting, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like I like the idea of doing it the reverse as well, where like giving them giving the exposure to in the bridging of American and Japanese culture, or Chinese, whichever. It gives me the opportunity to interact with people of different ages, from like in the context and out of context. Like I always have this curiosity. I've met quite a few over my academic life where like one of the professors would host like a meet and greet and we would visit and they would be hosting someone, right, from a different country. And that's kind of really neat. It's also quite brave and alien, but at the same time, academically, that's pretty awesome. It's not the same as like going to visit and touring and whatnot. You're going there for academics, and then the academics lead to like a casual transition life for like a whole semester, right? When I was in New Zealand, I was on campus, so we resided in the dorms. But I always liked the idea of foreign exchange. There was a time when that was far more the normal thing to do. Nowadays, not so much. Not so much. I feel like it's less common nowadays. Maybe because the internet provides like a portal, a more accessible portal that involves not leaving your physical comfort zone. I'm like, so yeah, I mean, so there's Akihabara, yeah, Akihabara. You just don't sleep there though. Legit, what I would go to, yeah. Akiba has a lot of otaku shops and Kyoto has temples. Yeah, that's pretty much. Or I've never been to Japan, but this is not to say my advice is a represent, like take this with a grain of salt, but it would be something like Akihabara for the otaku stuff, Kyoto for the temple stuff, and lots of climbing and walking. You have to be really comfortable with walking and climbing. And then there's the lukewarm oh no, storm. There's storm in its name. The bamboo forest in the mountain. What was the name? It has storm in its name. And then there's Yokohama, right? Yokohama for the iconic shoreline thing. So you go south to Yokohama. Yeah, yes. Yeah, Arashiyama. Yeah, Arashiyama. That. Thank you. I'm like, why can't I think about it? Like the Storm Mountain. That's how I remember it. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. It's pretty much like a really classical response. And then drop down to Osaka, right? Go to Dotonbori or something and spend extra exorbitant amount of money to hit all the touristy things in Osaka. And Fukuoka. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Fukuoka. Yeah. True. Yes. Is it? I think Nagoya is a little bit niche, so I think that's a little bit nichey, just a bit niche. And then for the crazies, right? The people that want to globetrot in Japan, Hokkaido and Okinawa. if they like really just want to hit like from north to south, you gotta start at the north in Hokkaido and then go all the way south and then hit an island. So you probably, Okinawa. Okinawa is probably the one. And I'm only talking about this through a virtual thing because I've never been to Japan. I want to visit both of those places. Yeah, Okinawa during summer, yep, because they have really special food, and Hokkaido, yeah, for the winter festival. Exactly. And the only reason I know about that is because of video games and Japanese culture in video games. That I know exactly what you're referring to when you're talking about Okinawa summers and the winter festival in Hokkaido. I cannot imagine trying to take the train that far though. You've seen streams from a PokeTuber earlier this year. Oh yeah, yeah. What are? Do I know of anything like really, really niche? No, I don't know any. I pretty much just know touristy. Yeah, mostly touristy stuff. I'm no. I guess I can't miss something that I don't have, so I can't necessarily resonate with you, Jacob. However, it would be nice to go to Japan sooner rather than later sometime in the future. Hi. どうぞ。どうぞ。どうぞ、パンです。
パン。
多分、あのコンビニでできます。
多分、あのコンビニでできます。Okay. Alright, we're behind. It's fine. Wait, what? Why is there a comma there? Oh. Wait. Okay. English. English. Okay. Especially since the yen to the dollar ratio right now is insane. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kono.
I would totally be up. Think of it like he's saying tabun. Oh no. Dragged out the tabun while he thinks of where it is. Yeah, yeah, that's basically oh, and I wasn't talking about like the comma for yeah. It's probably yeah. It's kind of like when wa is used as a separator. Like 今は pause. But then the English is like, wait, what do I do with the comma in the English? If you know what I mean. I'm like, wait a minute. Does that change the like where does it go? I think the translating thing harder and harder over time, which is funny because I told myself I wouldn't do that after a while, but it does. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, oh yeah, I can kind of feel slowly I'm more Japanese centric when it is the desired effect for most people, but it takes a while. It's like, where does probably go in an English sentence? I got nailed for this a couple times already. Most of the errors I make in Duolingo is when I have to translate it to English. So every time it's English, there's a high chance I'll get it. Or like what I mean is, it's not like I'm getting it wrong all day. Usually I get less than 5 wrong in a day, but it's usually English stuff. It's mostly English stuff. Falling by the wayside. What am I gonna do with English? And when I'm learning Chinese, I'm largely thinking in Japanese. So English still falls by the wayside. Feels bad, man. Throw it away? But then how are we gonna program things? Oh, actually Lotus already showed me some Japanese programming prompts, which is pretty cool. But how are we gonna do programming? Yeah, I get Chinese stuff wrong sometimes because my brain defaults to Japanese grammar and order. Yeah, we just think about it, you know. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I really like Chinese right now. I don't have to worry about order a lot of times. You just feel it. And that, I know that's kind of a cheat, but learn programming in Japanese easy. I know. That's like learning. That's like learning specific vocabulary where you can only program with. Yeah. Yeah, Lotus and I talked about it. Like, I wonder what Japanese programming was. And we took a look. We took a look. Yeah, they do have stuff. Kono, kono mise. Again, kono mise de dekimasu ka? Kono mise de dekimasu ka?
店でできますか
肉まんとフライドチキンをください。
肉まんとフライドチキンをください。フライドチキン。Isn't it just the same? It's pretty much similar with like a few exceptions and stuff. But yeah, you have to default to English. Like you have to default to like English like the programs and stuff are like defaulted in English. What is this saying about chicken? Furaido chicken, you know? Nikuman to is a pork bun. Oh yeah. I can show you with the prompt. Yeah, you're ordering nikuman is a pork bun apparently, but I think it's just a meat bun, really. They just want to refer to default it to the like the chashu bao for whatever reason. And then furaido chicken. Yeah, furaido chicken. Don't you like that? Although karage, while it is different, I usually generically refer to furaido chicken as karage, because if you're in Japan, you're more likely to find karage. Oh, actually, no, Jacob kind of said that KFC is a big deal. So whenever I think about like furaido chicken, I feel like it's more reserved for like KFC. Yeah, exactly. Furaido chicken is KFC, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal in China as well. So they probably reserve something for that. And then karage is more like if you go off to a Japanese restaurant and they fry chicken, right? It's kind of like Korean fried chicken. They probably distinguish it. Yeah, technique and batter. Yeah, technique and methodology. Like the ingredients and the technique is substantially different. Yeah, very noticeably different. So whenever you're talking about furaido chicken, I start thinking about like southern fried chicken, as opposed to karage. Oh, now I'm hungry. I haven't had fried chicken in so long. Oh, ダメでした。I saw some tonkatsu. Oh, tonkatsu. Oh yeah, tonkatsu sandwiches. Or cutlets. My mouth is kind of watering now. Yeah, you can prep chicken very similarly. Yeah, very similarly. Obviously, a chicken will vary in its like cook and stuff, but if you can handle chicken, very much. I don't know. Is there a name for chicken tonkatsu? Jacob, do they have like a specific name for chicken, or do they just add chicken? Like maybe like chicken meat? Don't like how would you say that in Japanese? Or do they just refer to it as tonkatsu? All the same. I've always wondered that. Like when you modify something. So when you modify like say ramen but with just toriniku. Okay, just toriniku. But do they go with like toriniku tonkatsu? if you ever like swap up something regular, you know how in English they're like, oh yeah, well, okay, the normal thing is this, so you'll just add an extra word to modify it. Yeah, it would be pork based, but what I'm saying is when you're saying chicken tonkatsu, did they give it a different name or say it's chicken and katsu? Oh, you would just say chicken katsu. Okay. Oh, okay, so you take the tone out. Okay, fair enough. I see. I'm trying to think of like an English thing. No, you just replace the word too. Yeah. Tone means pork. Oh, okay. How'd they go from tone from buta? Like, how did they go from the two? Is it still the same character? What is pork in Chinese? No. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I'm like, what is the read on? Yeah, so it's probably onyomi and kunyomi. Okay. Okay. Ocha to nikuman wa 1000 yen. 1000 yen what? Wait. Ni narimasu? Yes. Because it's a state, right? Yes. Yeah. It's a nadu.
小さい茶碗はあそこです。
Need my Pinterest to stop showing me cute washi tapes? Oh no. Washi tape, it's a slippery slope. Stationery. Good old stationery. Shosai. Wait. Shosai. Oh no, chisai. Shosai. Chisai. Oh no. Onyomi and kunyomi. Okay. Chisai. Chisai. Chawan. Oh, chawan wa soko desu. What the heck? Okay, like in a store. Okay, fair enough. Chisai chawan wa. Yeah, chawan wa soko desu. Watashi no chawan wa doko desu ka? Gohan ga tabetai desu.
Gohan.
A constant mix of stuff. Oh, which by the way, Jacob, I don't know how if you ever did the Japanese stuff, but I'm in a section now. So Duolingo, I'm in a section where like if you cross this line, they switch over to only natural like kanji sentences. I don't know how to even say it, but what I mean is they don't use kana for like kana for kanji things after this unit. So when the personalized practice still goes back to this, but it's been like 9+ days now since I've seen something like this, like Gohan, maybe even Chawan. So after section 3 and unit 35, what they do is they reset and they go back to all the themes. and lower the grammar again, like lower like all the other stuff. And what they do is they go back to all the basics and then replace everything again. Now you're reviewing all your vocabulary again, which is around like 2,500 words, something like that, and they're replacing it everything. So anything that shows up as kana, they reintroduce because it's commonly written in kana. So things like aru and iru and ikutsu, like ikutsu recently was one of them, ikutsu, anata, things like that. So they've been doing that now. So it's been like 3 units since, and it's really weird, but it kind of takes, it's a little slower for personalized practice for now. Let's see. I think I've talked about Marumori in the past, but they have stories laid out throughout their lessons, and I'm always impressed at how good they are at interleaving new grammar you learn while continuing on overarching stories. Oh, that's cool. I was having issues remembering what 630 was in Japanese, so instead of mixing it with English, I was throwing in Spanish and can't mix. Es 30 minutos en Nihon en Nihon wa doko desu ka? I love it. Oh, that's hilarious. That's good. That's excellent. Es 30 minutos en Nihon wa doko desu ka? I like it. Oh no, you know, one day, better than using it. You know, one day, it's my, okay. I'm a dreamer. I still dream. Okay, I know, guys. Oh my gosh, everyone get the papers. Mark this date. Maku has a dream instead of being a cynical old man talking about realistic things and focusing on present instead of. Okay. Anyways. I think in 2 or 3 years, if we all know each other still, I would love to dream of a day where we would be swapping, mix and matching the languages, like willy-nilly, and we would be talking so rapidly and so naturally. And that would be wonderful. That's kind of my vision of what it's like to be multilingual, in my opinion. And it would warm my heart in 2 or 3 years. Every language lover's dream, mix them all. Yeah, I would love in 2 or 3 years that we would be doing that, like nonchalantly. Just, it's not even cringy. It's not even like people just like, oh yeah, you know what is that thing? Like, how do you say wakarimashita? And then someone would say like, no comprendo. but we would be talking like in a way like we're solving things, but it would be natural to just throw in here and there with just we're having conversations across multiple languages constantly, and that would be so much fun. It'd be like so, and then it'd be like someone walk in, right? It would be like, what the heck are they doing? And like, why don't they just stick with one thing? And that would be my humble flex. I feel that would bring joy to my heart in another 2 or 3 years. When someone comes in on our conversations and they're like, why are they talking like 1/3 in like 1/3 sentences everywhere? How could they possibly understand each other? I'm like, well, there you go. I found lately that I keep forgetting that the word for nikuman and keep saying nikubaozu. Rubaozu. Oh no. Oh no. Rubaozu. Oh no. Yeah, Nihon panyo. Oh wait, that kind of sounds like Japanese actually. Nihon panyo, Espanol, If you put panyo at the end of nihon, it actually kind of sounds like a Japanese nihon panyo. Oh wait, you know what? It kind of sounds like Nippon Benyu or like Nihon friend, like panyo. Yeah, panyo. That's what I heard. Nihon panyo, like Japanese friend. But replacing Ruben with Nihon. Oh man, that's what happens. I'm telling you that's it's already happening. When I heard Nihon panyo, I heard Nihon and panyo. Japanese friend. There we go. Hello there, Lito. Hello. Hello, Lito. Then I was thinking I don't know how to say Japanese in Spanish, and I was sad. Wait, how does Japonés? It's Japonés probably. Yeah, Japonés. Yeah, Japonés. In Spanish. There might be an accent mark here. Japonés. No, it might be here. Oh no, there's an accent mark I think somewhere. I don't remember my accent marks in Spanish. Oh, it's the E? Okay, it's the E. Okay, Japonés. Yeah, when I was saying it, it feels like the accent is on the nes. So, and I forgot like what direction the accent mark. It's like jalapeno. No. Sub-Zero, listen. It's like jalapeno. Oh no. Sorry. I'm laughing at your expense. Sorry. I gotta be more composed. We need to be professional about it. Yeah. You made the jalapenos cry. Andie grass, surely grass. Oh, both screaming, both gasp. What? I don't know what that means. You got my own ways of remembering things. Yeah, I agree. You do, and that's what I like about you. You know, I got my snails, and you got your jalapenos. You know. この茶碗は少し小さいです。もっと大きい茶碗はありますか? Okay. All right, I'm gonna be Jacob. I'm not sure if this is a thing, but I outside of Japan, like not in Japan, but outside of Japan, honestly, I was hearing this trailer, right? I was hearing this trailer of the voice of some of American or like English speaking actors learning Japanese, like celebrities, especially recently, and some of them sound incredibly adorable, but I know they don't sound native. But all I can think about is, honestly, I kind of want to sound like that. Like what I mean is there's something really quaint and like it's something not serious about it, and I kind of want that. I don't know if this ever happened to you where you like listen to like it's the same with Chinese. So you want to sound like I did. Like it's the same with Chinese. Like when someone comes up to me, right, and they want to speak Chinese, and I can't even do it really well, right? And they say it, and like I like that. Like it kind of reminds me of just people learning language. So if you're like on the mark, this might be an American thing, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to Americanized things. I like that people sound like a bit off from like the standard. Maybe I'm more of a nail sticking up kind of person as opposed to a hammering down nails kind of person. So when I heard the One Piece actor, the live action One Piece actor, spoke Japanese as a teaser and stuff for the second season. The way he spoke, I liked it a lot more. It's a preference, right? It's a preference, but it resonated with me quite a lot from all the other people that I've been listening to, like the native speakers, right? Because it's very the way he spoke was very it was very bouncy. It felt like basically what you hear in anime sometimes. It's kind of like someone said, who said it? Someone who's learning Chinese really likes to listen to the C-drama stuff. And when you listen to C-drama stuff, it's not the same. It's like it's a lot more overacting, right? It's a lot more bouncy and exaggerated, like, and whatnot. And I kind of gotten used to that. Maybe it's a normalization thing, but I don't mind sounding cringy if I'm noticeable and I'm not offending anyone, right? So honestly, if someone comes up to me and I just sound like a weeb speaking Japanese, I'm okay with it. Honestly, it sounds bouncy to me. I'm a fan of people who are like, I would smile, like, you know, I hey, if you think it's funny and whatnot, that's great. Yeah, I think what makes it cute is like the joy and almost respect, yeah, that you get, yeah, you can tell they're giving the language, and like you feel the importance their brain is giving it. Yeah, it makes sense. Yep. Yeah, you just watched the One Piece actor speak Japanese. It's so bouncy. I really like it. I was impressed, by the way, and I could understand him, obviously, because the way he spoke Japanese is how I hear it right now. So I'm not as great at listening to native speakers, obviously, because I haven't been doing that for a while. But his Japanese, I could understand, and I could almost feel it. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, there's that is an English speaker speaking Japanese, but he did it with a smile, and he's like really peppy, and where he pauses is where I would pause on things. So I kind of like it. I really do enjoy that. It's not a crutch. I'll still try my best, obviously, I'll still try my best to acquire like different ways. But if I could sound like that, I'm okay with that, because I want to make people feel that. Yeah, it's a bit funny to see the comments of people saying his voice sounds different in Japanese. Honestly, does it though? I think his voice sounds really peppy, just like himself. A lot of people don't realize that you tend to have a different voice, and yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the tonality, it does shape him, but it's less Japanese and more him, if you know what I mean. It does change his voice a bit, like noticeably change his voice, but he has made that Japanese different. He didn't end up sounding like a native Japanese, so I kind of like that. It's very endearing. He has like this, his Japanese voice, which is different, right? His Japanese voice is different, but it has like a set of his personality in it, and I enjoy that. Whether he intentionally did it or not, it's impressive. It's impressive how he could have a different voice but still imbue it with that same sparkling personality that he has. I really like the voice actor. I mean, not the voice actor, the actor that they hired for Monkey D. Luffy. So that one trailer like made me so much more enthusiastic about continuing to learn Japanese. I think that is why language learning is awesome. That to me embodies everything. Like in that one little trailer embodies so many things that are so wonderful about people learning different languages. Like, he's at the intersection of pop culture, right? Two monoliths, Netflix and One Piece, and he has a huge influence. He has a target audience that's much younger, right? But now you also have a target audience that's much older because One Piece has been around for a very long time. And Japanese, and he's not necessarily, I think he's African, right? In heritage. So, there's a lot of things going on there. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, that's a big digression.
納豆はどこですか？
But Japanese, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Natto. Oh yeah. Which, by the way, I already like natto before. You don't have to live in Japan to like natto. I'm just saying. Okay. There's a little bias because like I eat a lot of fermented foods already, but natto wa doko desu ka? I don't know if you're into. Oh, actually, Jacob, are you into it? Do you like fermented soybeans? Do you love Japan that much to love? Nah, I'm just kidding. It's such a meme. How long did it take you to appreciate this? Fess up. Fess up. How long did it take you to appreciate fermented soybeans? Natto をたくさん買いました。
お。
納豆が大好きです。
近くに何がありますか？
近くに何がありますか？ Makes sense anyways. You tend to copy other people's tonations and everything from what you watch when learning language. Yep. A lot of people have here have British accents because they grew up learning English through British media and not American like most. Yeah. Alright, so don't kill me for this, but my computer broke and my sound wasn't working for the past like 3 minutes. Sound is back down. The most important thing I said to you, Jacob, is that wait, did you hear my natto comment? Do you like Japan enough to embrace the natto? And how long did it take you to like natto? I already enjoy fermented soybean, so I don't have to be in Japan to do it. But then again, it might have something to do with like fermentation and Chinese food and stuff. You do? But I like natto when I first tried it. What do you mean when you first tried it? Are you telling me you don't like it anymore? How could you do that? You can't betray that. I'm just kidding. It's such a viral thing. It's what I mentioned earlier before your sound broke. No, I mean I didn't have to endure it to enjoy. Oh, I never didn't like it. Oh, okay. Oh, so you already liked it right away. I see. All right, real talk, guys. And Sub-Zero and Blair, have you ever had Vegemite and Marmite? Either or. To me, whenever I think of natto, I also think of Australian Vegemite and New Zealand Marmite. What about those? You happily have not? Oh, it's not that bad. No, and I don't like the idea. I haven't tried it either of those, but I want to try it since it comes up in these conversations. Yeah, exactly. Whenever I think of like natto, and then you have like durian, right? It's like durian, natto, like exotic. Then you just suddenly go to Australia and New Zealand, you got Vegemite and Marmite. Like, yeah, it's something else. Honestly, I kind of think of it more like a much more pungent shrimp paste. Like, just imagine spreading shrimp paste, right, on your bread. Just spread shrimp paste. It's that pungent, but honestly, it's pretty all right, pretty solid. Pairing it, it's really, yeah, it's salty. It's salty. It's salty and it has a funk to it. Just like when I think of natto, originally it has some funk to it, but yeah. How come no one's doing like challenges with Vegemite and Marmite anymore? Come on. I tried Marmite when I was in New Zealand. It was okay. Like, it's definitely an acquired taste. 近くに何がありますか? Wait, 近くに何がありますか? Oh. Oh no. Yes. These are the ones. I'm telling you. These are the ones where English is a butthead. I'm telling you. These are the examples that I feel like a stickler. The other way is actually wrong. Like I'm pretty sure it would be marked wrong the other way, and it does make sense why the other way would be questionable. Hello there. Afiz? Hello there. What's up, bro? I remember my brother did the cinnamon challenge at home like 15. Ooh, the cinnamon challenge is a little dubious. The cinnamon challenge always just looked like death to you. Yeah. Yeah, breathing in that, oof, that one's a rough. Even before, like way back in the day, have you guys ever tried to like shove saltine in your mouth? Oh wait, Sub-Zero is in Norway, so do you know what a saltine is? Sub-Zero? It's those like soup crackers, right? And they're exceptionally dry. And I think they're a product of Americans. But they usually go in the soup. The crackers, yeah, like the super like thing. There used to be a thing. It's kind of like the cinnamon challenge, where you just shove saltines in your mouth and you try not to laugh. So like you shove saltine in your mouth and you try to make the other person laugh. Like so, two people, they just slam some saltines, and what happens is if you laugh, you're gonna breathe that stuff in, and it makes you like, you know, off and stuff. And that's what reminds me of the cinnamon challenge later on, where like your goal is to consume the cinnamon, but you're trying very hard to carefully not to too hard, because the powder stuff gets like, it starts burning everywhere because it goes in, and it's kind of dangerous, sort of. Not to like be a party pooper, but it's actually kind of dangerous to do that. Aeration down through your like trachea. I never wanted to choke on cracker dust. Yeah. That's what it reminded me of when the cinnamon thing. I think you're super underrated. Dude, keep up what you do, and I'm sure you'll grow. I just discovered your channel like a week ago and got me hooked. You motivate me to start learning again. Welcome, Afiz. One of us. How are you learning? What are you doing to learn? And what language are you learning? I'm guessing English is your common language because you have proper punctuations and stuff. We got him now, Cap. Sub-Zero. You're doing Japanese too? Their first mistake? What do you mean their first mistake, Shady? Nice. So, it's super fun. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that's super fun. And we have a bunch of people here in varying levels on the Twitch side of things. Jacob is basically just like resident sleeper Japanese reference at this point. And then Sub-Zero is slacking. He doesn't even learn Japanese. Doesn't even learn Chinese. Sub-Zero. And then Blair is having a wonderful time using Wanikani and Duolingo together. So if you ever have like resources and you're not strapped for resources, I think Blair, just looking from the experience that I'm discussing with Blair, Wanikani is pretty awesome as a companion if you're considering things. I'm sure there's Anki and all that stuff too. So yeah. Hopefully you keep on it. Japanese is very fun. Very fun.
Ga.
Let's see.
にが
キャンパスに何がありますか?
お箸を使いますか?
And thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words. Oh, you also use... Oh yeah, Jacob also used Wanikani. You learned in the past because I love to learn language. So I know hiragana and katakana from before. Ah, nice. So Jacob has a lot of experience, and Jacob Jacob also uses Wanikani. So if you're ever interested in something different, I really connect with these two peeps. So Wanikani is a good nod. Many fives. I'm but a small 2 crab turtle. Wait, they have rankings and cute names for the ranking. You shall grow, become one with the crabigator. Oh my gosh. They have rank names? That kind of sounds... Crabigator. Or are you just pulling my leg here? Am I getting gaslit here? I want to be a crab turtle. My spelling is failing me right now. It need more caffeine. Nah, Wanikani literally means alligator. Oh, Wanikani. Oh, that's the meme. Oh, okay, so that's what you're referring to. Yeah, alligator and crab, Wanikani. Dang, they need cute ranking names, honestly. How else are you gonna get like grasshopper, you know? Thank you, Fizz. I wish it was crab turtle at the beginning. That would be so cute. Yeah, the mascot crabigator. Wait, am I getting gaslit? Does Wanikani have a mascot? It doesn't, but it has a really fun cult following. Oh, he does. Wait, there is a... Wait, is that legit? Oh yeah. Wait, is this legit or fan made? This crabigator that I'm looking at for Wanikani. It's probably like fan stuff, right? You can't see? No. I don't have it shown because okay. Fine, I'll show you. Look. This is so good. Whoever made this. The crabigator. Or gator crab. Oh, that is him? Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's really cute. I like it. All right. Let's stop slacking. Let's go back. Oh, the first picture is the old version. Hey, welcome. Yeah, make yourself at home. Affis. Yeah. For whatever reason, it's pretty unanimous that people enjoy doing the chat thing on Twitch. So I usually these goobers like to hang out on Twitch. Let's see. Ohashi ga tsukaimasu ka? Tsukaimasu ka? Will you chopstick? Okay, real talk. I like this picture of the mascot training. Okay. Let's see. What the? It is that's really cute. I'm glad that Wanikani has some cute things. Has a little mustache. Yeah, I had to like turn my head upside down. We love yapping. How has Duolingo helped you? I hear it isn't the best. Do you use any other resources or just Duolingo? I use other resources. I don't use other resources like that include Wanikani though. But yeah, I listen to vlogs and podcasts, and I read graded readers every once. Most of the time though, I'm chatting with people. So I'm using the Japanese while chatting with people. The thing about resources is I don't necessarily need to absorb more vocabulary per se. Oftentimes now is to try to use the vocabulary as much as I can. And now we're in a phase where I just pick up writing. So I write a lot. I usually write now to acquire kanji. It doesn't matter where the source is coming from. I pick up a kanji and I start writing it. Yeah. So it's been quite a long journey now. So now Duolingo, I just wait for the new kanji and write it. So while I'm doing that, I'm learning Chinese in the process. Because learning Chinese helps me remind me of a lot of the Japanese as well. And then whenever like I get a character in kanji, I might have already gotten it in Hanzi. And then sometimes I get a kanji character in Hanzi. I just got a sentence in my Chinese Duolingo that made me gag a bit. Oh no, what is it? Is it something like make you gag? It's fun when people are like, you have X amount of vocabulary in this language, you should be fine. I see, I'm picking up Mandarin in school in September. Maybe that can help. Ooh. Oh, yeah. If you're starting to get your fundamentals down, it's so wonderful. Having Mandarin, like going back and forth between Mandarin and Japanese. It almost feels like they belong. In my opinion. One of us. These eggs aren't fresh. Sorry. Oh no, yeah, I can see what you mean by these eggs aren't fresh. Learning it in school seems cool. Listen, Sub-Zero, just gotta drop your career and pivot. Pivot and you know, give up on your career to learn Mandarin, you know. I'm just kidding. Don't or try not to be tempted. Okay, real talk. Jacob, this お箸を使いますか? Or お箸を使いましたか? Real talk, Jacob. This is the true question. Someone asked me a couple of times if I use chopsticks, and I'm like, yeah, you kind of get disowned if you don't use chopsticks sometimes. But you know, use chopsticks for every meal. Okay, that's a little hardcore for me. I'm a casual. Well, not soup, obviously. Whenever like something I have to scoop, like rice, I still go for the spoon every once in a while. Cause like it's so convenient. The spoon, like, you know, cups the bowls a lot of times. It like very deliberately. But noodles, the nudes, yeah. Ohashi all the way. I don't know how to say all the way, so I was thinking for a moment. No joke. I've considered going back to college and getting a degree in like Asian language studies. Boy, don't tempt me. They got Japanese electives I could take here at my uni, but I wish they were Chinese. I'll pick it up easily. Then, yeah, okay. Okay. Our silverware drawer is spoons and chopsticks. Oh yeah, that checks out. All right, that checks out. Yeah, spoon and chopsticks. And do you have multiple spoons? Tell me you have multiple spoons. You have like the flatter spoons and the soup spoons. You gotta have soup spoons. You know, at least deep soup spoons. Yeah, okay. All right, you're checking out. Ah, yeah, soup with chopsticks. You're still eating that, obviously. I guess to be fair, miso soup and wakame soup are both drink soups and not, yeah, spoon soups. Yeah, you can't drink them. True, sipping. Miso shiru. Miso shiro. Or shiru. Wait. Suru? Shiru? Oh no. Hold up. Shiru, right? Miso shiru. Yeah, miso. The soup spoon is called a renge. Okay, renge. Interesting. I don't know if Chinese have a word for the soup spoon. Like, I don't know if there's a special word for it. Yuang? I don't actually know how to say it in Mandarin, but Puang. Is there another word? No, I don't know. I don't think there's another word. Like, I can't think of one. Eating soup with chopsticks is some proverb about patience, I'm sure. Oh, I could see that. I wonder if it's the same one. If you Google Renge spoon, you can see if it's the same one. Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me see. Renge spoon. Yep, that's it. All right. Yep. So you're telling me these things have a name. That is awesome. And I don't know if Chinese have a name for these spoons. I don't know if Chinese have a name for these spoons. Isn't that the fancy specific spoon? Yeah, the ones that you will find in restaurants. They're very specific. Like you when you go to a noodle soup place and they hand you a non-spoon like that, then looks like it's tangchu. Interesting. Tangchu. Huh. What's a regular spoon? So many things I want to learn right now. I love learning, but there's so many things I want to learn. How am I gonna fit like 5 things at once while studying? One at a time. One step at a time. It kind of looks like a ladle. Yeah, an angled ladle. Yeah. It's definitely different from the Western silverware spoon. And every version of the Western silverware spoon. One step at a time, F-is. I mean, I'm not learning very much today. Ohashi wa tsukai... Ohashi wa irimasu ka?
いります。
悲しい映画はあまり見ません。
悲しい映画はあまり見ません。Okay. Uh, 悲しい映画はあまり見ません。Alright, I need to move my eyes a little. You know, here's something. You know you're getting old. Here's another old joke, I suppose. You know you're getting old when you spend the same amount of time in front of the computer screen and it feels like you need eye drops. Is that a funny joke? I think that's a funny joke, right? You know you're getting older when you spend the same amount of time in front looking at a screen and it feels like you need eye drops. Mizu to gohan kudasai. I'm not sure if just eating, like... You gotta add, where's your sushi? You know? Sushi? 2020 joke? Maku, yeah, 2020. Yeah, my eyes, sometimes my eyes dry up a lot more than usual.
リムジン
Limousine.
悲しい。レタス。
花
歌手。
歌手。
毎日遅くまで仕事します。
毎日遅く。Wait. 遅くまで仕事します。遅くまで。いや、遅くまで。Say, 毎日。Eye drops in Japanese is me kusuri. Kusuri. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, me and kusuri. Makes sense. Eye medicine. Me and kusuri. I don't know the kanji for kusuri yet, but it really do be looking like Tanoshi with the crown. It's so Tanoshi with the crown. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's hilarious. So yeah, meh, and then you put a crown on Tanoshi. That's really weird. I'm gonna be real. That's good. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I notice what bothers me the most with time is playing a game where the TV is far away. I used to always play on my TV as a kid while sitting far away. Now I literally get dizzy. Oh, well, I hope you can manage that. It's a little weird. Wait, oh, do you mean you get dizzy now by sitting far away? Or do you mean you get dizzy, like, do you mean you get dizzy not doing that or doing that? So you used to always sit far away, but now when you sit far away, you get dizzy? Interesting. Maybe because nearsightedness or something. Also, this made me laugh. Birth control in Japanese is called Nin. Dodge pregnancy. Wow. Wow. Oh, seeing a Japanese pharmacy is so wild. Oh, yeah, I've seen a few depictions of Japanese pharmacies in video games. No, like, if I play a fast-paced game like a shooter, then I find it really hard to play it on a TV that's far away. Ah, okay. Interesting. Don't be so unk. I know that was really cringe, but that sounds like unk problems. I'm just saying. Yeah, you can only play games on my monitor now, 27-inch screens. My eyes get tired playing on bigger screens now. Oh, dude. Old people problems. So judgmental. I'm telling you, old people problems. No, I feel that. I totally feel that. いつも遅くまで仕事します。
仕事します
Again. 毎日遅くまで仕事します。
新しい仕事を紹介します。
新しい仕事を紹介します。 新しい仕事。はじめまして。はじめまして。
はじめまして。
はじめまして。はじめまして。あなた遠いです。あなた多いです。ここで仕事をしたいです。Interesting. That's a little bit more.
お手洗いは全然綺麗じゃないです。
お手洗いは全然綺麗じゃないです。Sorry. I just thought of something very grotesque. Oh, okay. This is a not so great sentence too. Like vision, imagery. Here you are with your eye dryness, and when I come here with mine, you're like, oh wow, that's a you problem right there. Yeah, it is a you problem. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, I expressed my concerns. I mean, my 65-inch TV is great for watching shows, but I can barely watch Cyberpunk play on it. Oof. Oof. That's fair. Fair. The restrooms aren't clean at all. Ooh. Oh, that's, oh no. Otearai and janai desu in the same sense. Please no. Yeah. Kirei, so the bathrooms aren't clean at all. The restrooms aren't clean at all. Otearai wa kirei janai desu. Or zenzen kirei janai desu. Shokudo wa... Wait, shokudo...
食堂
Oh, that's what it looks like. 食堂は
きれい
綺麗じゃないです。でも、そばは美味しいです。Alright, fair enough. Okay, we're finally done with our personalized practice, y'all. We're 8 minutes behind. It's okay. We're actually kind of like an hour behind. It's okay. Ototo, we're going back to our existing one. Now there's only kanji and kana, where, you know, there's kanji and kana. And then these things are reading things.
Ototo.
Ototo. 彼らは学生です。彼らは
学生です。
妹。誰。大きい。彼女。姉。兄。I'm not so sure about that one.
姉。
3階。
彼女。誰。
Okay. 私の oops. 私はoops. 私はI'm thinking of 彼女。私はWait. Just kidding. Oh, his oh, no, just kidding. Stop. I keep thinking of different things. 私は彼の妹です。
彼の子供は学校にいます。
Alright, Gotta wake up the husband and relax on the couch, do some studying and make dinner. Yeah, see you around, Jacob. Good luck with everything. If I don't see you, come back when you're less busy and let's celebrate some holiday season's greetings. Alright? See you in Halloween or Thanksgiving, perhaps. Or sooner. For dinner, we're having oyakudon. If anyone was curious. Aww. Of course I'm curious. Sometimes Jake... Oh, here's the thought. Here's the thought, Blair. Just to give you an idea. Jacob often says like, oh, I'm having dinner and lunch. And whenever I ask, sometimes you get like a 50-50 coin flip if Jacob would share what they're eating. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Of course I'm interested. Oyaku... And oyakudon sounds amazing. Okay, alright. 彼の子供は学校に今。Okay, 彼の子供は学校にいます。Yo, post a picture in Discord? Nice. Very nice. Children at school. Okay. They... Okay. Oh, okay, I see what they did.
彼女
は
たち
彼女たちは姉妹ですか？
ですか。
彼女はどこに行きますか？
彼女はどこに行きますか？彼女はどこに行きますか？ Okay.弟は誰のですか？ Or maybe it's 誰は oh no, that's fine. 誰は彼の弟ですか？ Or not? Oh, 誰の Oh no. Yeah, I was right on the first one. Dang it.
このパソコンは誰のですか？
I was gonna do it the other way. Yeah, like this way. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds better. And I should have done it that way. Yes. このパソコンは誰のですか？ We talked about this like grammar thing.
彼は私の兄です。
彼は私の兄です。私の兄です。
これは姉のパソコンです。
これは姉のパソコンです。Okay. So something like 弟 No.
弟
あれのあれ彼の弟は誰ですか？
誰ですか？
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll make it.両親はどこですか？
両親はどこですか？
Oh, ご両親。Yeah, your parents. Sorry. 両親。
両親。あなたのアパートはどこですか？あなた
あなたのアパ
アパ
ー
ートは
トは
どこですか？
彼、両親、
姉、
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 妹、家族、
ご両親はどこですか？
ご両親はどこですか？
誰、姉、
妹、
両親、家族。
So dare follows the same rule as doko and do for placement. Yeah. Yep. Very, very, very similar. 家族。
家族。
家族はありますか or いますか Sorry.
か。
Just kidding.
彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。
彼女の I heard family member something. 彼女のお姉さんは
高校生です。彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。
彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。Are you brothers? I don't know. Are you? Ne?
兄弟。
兄弟です
で
か？
か。
I was looking for the subject. The subject.
いいえ、家族はいません。
いいえ、家族はいません。
彼女のお兄さんは小学5年生です。
Even if I can't read the kanji, I can follow along with the sentences with my eyes at the right time.
彼女のお兄さんは小学5年生です。
彼女のお兄さんはsome year whatever
小学
5年生です。
彼女のお兄さんは小学5年生です。
彼女のお兄さんは小学5年生です。
あなた。これ
はあなたのですか？
彼らは兄弟ですか？
彼らは兄弟ですか？
彼のお姉さんは大学生です。
彼のお姉さんは大学生です。
彼のお兄さんは中学生です。
彼のお兄さんは中学生です。English. Oh no. English. Oh no. Okay. All right. We're fine. Some days it's the small things with Japanese. I know, right? It's definitely the small things sometimes. Don't ever be discouraged, right? It's the small things that builds up, small things that count as well.
兄。
彼女たちは姉妹ですか？
彼女たちは
彼女
たちは姉妹です
姉妹ですか？彼女たちは姉妹ですか？
彼女たちは姉妹ですか？家族
彼らは兄弟ですか？
彼は兄弟ですか？彼らは兄弟ですか？
兄弟ですか？
あ、Oh. Clicked on the wrong thing. It's fine. Okay, it's Nihongo learning time. Good luck. Good luck, Afei's. Good luck. One of us. Well, get to it. Keep motivated. Hey, if you ever need any motivation, these goobers will definitely keep you motivated. Yeah, you're always welcome. Also, definitely feel free to talk about what you've learned, because I feel like if you ever get a place and time and you're interested in talking about what you've learned, oftentimes it goes a long way. You'll remember a lot more. Good luck, good luck. 子供. Hey. We're always here to talk about what we learned. Or interesting things. 彼女. 兄. 弟. 妹. 子供.
両親。
大きい。彼。彼女。姉。誰。
彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。
高校。The way they say it. If it wasn't sounding like bragging, I talk about it a lot more. Wait, before I go, other than Duolingo and Wanikani, are there anything you guys recommend? Ooh, Blair enjoyed this, and I still quite enjoy this. Let me give you a link. So there's this. This screen is so bright. So here are some graded readers. I'm still going through these graded readers. Yeah, graded readers. So Tatoku is free, by the way. There's little they're more or less children's book because they're graded readers. And if you ever want to read like stories that are geared towards a different, yeah, the background is really, it's really bright though. But the books lots of them have audio tracks. They're made with visual aid, and then they tell a story. It's a great way to start targeting towards things where like, oh, you can read a more contextualized thing, so you can use your vocabulary and have a wonderful way to maybe find out if you know any of the vocabularies. So it's like kind of like going out of your way to read children's books. So that's kind of something, but careful, the site is completely white, so you want to turn down. So you can try those. Blair enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it myself. I'm trying to take us out with that one. Hey, listen, you know, they do have starter levels, then 0, 1, 2, 3, I believe. Yeah. So it's for every level. So if you ever, that might be something you may try in the future. Yeah. And then if you have a grammar source, probably try to find a grammar source that resonates with you. Every once in a while, you might want to touch upon some grammar. It could be anything. There are a lot of grammar sources online. Oops.
姉さん。
Yeah, basically.
彼女のお姉さんは高校生です。
彼女のお姉さんは高校生。I can restart it at around section 2 of Duo without any additional help. Yep, that's about where. You can pick up some stuff, and Wanikani will definitely accelerate you into reading a lot of that stuff. And it's and you don't have to know every word. you don't have to know every word. You can understand it. Like there's a lot of things you learn by context and whatnot. So the idea for graded readers is you understand most of it, or you try to find a level where you can understand a lot of it, and then you learn all the things by context, what you don't know. And that's how graded readers work. You kind of like figure out what the things are. So it's kind of like that. You try to you're kind of aiming to learn something new as you're reading it as well. And you don't have to know the kanji to read it. Furigana gives you reading to help you. Oh yeah, there is furigana in it as well. Yep. And then there's some like visual cues to help you like kind of figure out what it is, and then you can associate it. So you literally sometimes don't need to learn the abstraction of it. How did I messed up this?
これ
No, I
は
didn't. これは
姉
姉のパソコンです。
彼のお兄さんは中学生です。
彼のお兄さんは中学生で。彼のお兄さん中学生で。
あなた。
あなたの。
あなた、これ。
これはあなたのですか。
僕は彼女の弟です。
僕は彼女の弟です。僕は彼女弟です。This is so awfully specific. Oh, I didn't get a chance to ask Jacob what they feel about being allergic to milk. What is this actually expressing? Like being allergic to milk.
アレルギー。アレルギ
ー。Okay.
お兄さん。
No.
兄
は
アレルギ
ーに
牛乳アレルギー
にアレルギーがあります。
彼の弟は誰ですか？
彼の弟は誰ですか？
彼らは兄弟ですか？彼ら
は兄弟
ですか？
Alright. I was gonna do kanji, but nah. We'll leave it. We know this kanji. We'll backfill in the future when we're not yapping too much, right? So that's a wrap for Japanese today. We're moving on to ask about food, which is pretty. That would be the next thing for sure. As we are wrapping for kanji. All right. What's a take-home message today for Japanese? Talk about the language. If you can't express things, you can certainly talk about them. Like not talking about them is even less than talking about the language, right? And then enjoying the culture, sharing stories, lots of stories. We wrapping up jalapenos. Oh my gosh, freaking Sub-Zero. All right, you got me. I'll show you some jalapenos. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's the wrap up. That's the take-home message. Share stories. I honestly, that just ice breaks. For every wonderful story you can share with someone else, I feel like that doubles the amount of effort that one can become enthusiastic about language learning. So having people in different places in their language learning journey can provide perspective, right? Very useful perspective, really. Sometimes bacon rat jalapeno. So it's worth noting, yes, certainly spending some time sharing stories with other people and helping other people in different places, or you getting helped by other people in different places, vice versa. The idea, in my opinion, is that investment forward is so palpable compared to someone. I understand that self-learning can be really, like, self-study is wonderful if you have the motivation, if you have the drive, and you're all talking about efficiency. Hear me out here. If you're sharing stories and it's slowing you down in your language learning, but the thing is, those stories will pay back in dividend in the emotional and motivational state. Like, the people you hang out with, the people you're making stories with, the take-home message when I was saying about, I hope in 2 or 3 years we can share the similar vision. Those are the people you invest forward. Like, I know this can be a little bit daunting because people come and go, so you might lose your investment. But let's keep this real and realistic. If you aspire to be someone who is already way ahead of you, right? Already in the position they are, the chances of you reaching their position, if they're ambitious, successful and stuff, the chances of meeting this person and becoming it can happen. However, meanwhile, when you do that, you can also build relationships and interpersonal skills with the people who are also doing it. Oftentimes, the people who are successful are surrounded by the people who became successful with them, right? Yes, certainly there are luck factors involved when it comes to, hey, if you become really successful, you get a chance to meet your heroes or your role models, the people you're ahead of you, right? But if they are truly successful, they're constantly moving forward too. So it's like trying to chase after someone's shadow a lot of times. And this might just be me, but when I admire someone from a distance, they cast a large shadow. And I kind of like that because it shows me a lot of things I could be, or I want to be, or whatnot. At the same time, you pave your own path with the people around you, right? Because facing a shadow is far less salient and rewarding than being surrounded by people who are moving with you. So oftentimes, self-study lacks that type of environment that the university or a classroom setting, or even working a job on a group project or something has. It's incredibly palpable when you invest. Now, it doesn't always work out, obviously. Most things don't always work out, right? There's no guarantee. The idea is people around you form support systems. When you're healthy, if you're ambitious, you are also supported and be surrounded by ambitious people, right? It's always in my opinion, it's often a bonus when you get to meet your heroes. However, you meet your heroes as an example of inspiration. The people around you are the people who inspire you in turn, and you inspire them in turn. And in that way, that is often why a gold standard involves, like, language learning often involves a gold standard in which people are occupying the same mindset. So, like, if you have a Japanese friend who wants to learn English and you want to learn Japanese, that involves a similar mindset. but in different contexts, right? The context itself isn't going to go anywhere a lot of times. It's the connection you have with emotional person, because like, especially in language, at least I hope that people will try to use their language to speak to others. I know there are quite substantial number of people who are mostly motivated by, oh, I just want to consume media in the language. That's perfectly acceptable. For my idea of motivation, though, a source of motivation, when you cannot provide the motivation, sometimes it's great to have people who are also motivated. So when you're down one day, other people are up. So it keeps people going, in my opinion. It provides perspective. So like, oh yeah, I remembered when I was in that position. Let's talk about it. And then, oh hey, I hope to be in your position one day, like not too far off, right? And you kind of hope way off in the distance, which is what most people think about a lot of times. It's like, oh yeah, I'm starting Japanese and it's been 10 days. I'm not fluent yet. I'm like, careful. Sometimes that like 5-year-old goal down the line to become fluent is not so far away when you're having fun and enjoying the process. Not only that, you kind of hope time slows down, because then you have more time to hang out with people. Oftentimes it's inversely related to time dilation, right? Like if you know you're truly having fun and hanging out with other people, you know that you're constantly not only not worried about not being able to get there, you are also worried that you don't have enough time to spend having fun or having sentimental, emotional, rewarding experiences. So that's the take-home message, right? Yes, you can get serious about language learning, certainly, but I think today's take-home message is it's worth taking a break every once in a while to share stories with other people, because I want to remind everyone that whatever you're doing now and you keep on doing it, keep up the good work, right? Keep up the good work. Sometimes that goes a long way. And then sharing the fruits of your labor in an explicative way, like explicit way, and practicing that means that you get to have friends that go along with the journey. They might not even be like the friends that you're used to. Having colleagues is fantastic. I love being surrounded by colleagues. Like, we don't hang out outside of work, but even then we support each other collegiately, right? Like, academically. So there are many levels of companionship that helps one achieve a goal. I don't necessarily think you have to do it alone. If you're receptive to it. I never thought I'd make it to 60 plus days, so I can say you're enjoying it. Excellent. All right, with that great message, thank you for hanging out for Japanese section. If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu. And for the Japanese people, mata ne. I'm gonna get up and stretch, and I'll be back for Chinese. Gotta squeeze that in. I'm gonna rub my eyes, drown my eyes in water for a little bit, and I'll be back. Thank you.